If you're thinking of buying a condo in Chicago, these are the 7 things you need to know. I'm Matt Thomas with Baird& Warner Real Estate, and I've helped over 200 people buy and sell here in Chicago. In today's video, I'm going to go over the top 7 things I think buyers need to keep in mind when preparing to buy a condo in Chicago. But before we do that, if you're new to this channel, like, subscribe. It definitely helps this video out, and I certainly appreciate it. Tip number 1, set expectations. The condo market is generally favorable for owners in the long run. If you look over the last 10 years, we've averaged about 6% appreciation for condos each year. That said, caution doesn't hurt when you're running these numbers and anticipating your investment. So maybe take the approach of 3 or 4% appreciation per year and anticipate that will be your expected return over the next several years. You'll thank yourself when you get further into your investment if you are more cautious running numbers on the front end than if you had high expectations that you don't meet. Tip number 2, understand the building you are investing in. Condos bring a whole set of variables that a single family home does not have. So if you're looking to invest in a building, you need to understand the rules and regulations, any rental restrictions or policies that might impact your ability to sublet the unit long term. All of this plays into how you want to approach thinking about buying. For me, when I was buying a condo, it was important to have the option to rent it long term. So I looked for buildings that didn't have rental caps in place or that didn't have tight rental restrictions. The better you understand the rules and the better you understand what might impact your ownership of that asset, the better you can make decisions. You can often find some of this out just by sleuthing on your own. For example, if you want to see if rentals are happening in a building, jump on Zillow or jump on any other trusted local rental site and just see, are units regularly renting in there? If so, pretty good chance that you can rent your unit out long term as well. Tip number 3, anticipate the cost of condo fees. Let's say in an ideal world, you pay down your mortgage entirely. You're still going to owe your taxes, which are always due to the state, and you're going to owe your condo assessments. Condo assessments only go up every single year. Usually it's moderately to accommodate for inflation or cost of goods, but it's going to continue to go up. So if you buy into a building, maybe a newer building that has lower fees to entice new owners, chances are good those are going to adjust upwards over time. If you buy in an older building, the fees are likely already going to be high because you're taking care of a large aging asset with higher maintenance needs. When you're running those mortgage calculators online, you need to make sure that you're accounting for your condo fees. And not only that, but if you're going to future-proof yourself, start baking in yearly adjustments, 3 to 5% optimistically every single year that those condo fees are going to adjust. Tip number 4, review the building competition. If you're buying in a condo building, particularly if it's a high rise with a lot of units, chances are good there are plenty of recent sales for you to compare against. Not only that, but there may even be other sales of the same tier for you to compare against. So for example, if you're buying unit 101, if unit 201, 301, 2001 sold, those units probably have the same exact layout as 101 and are a good reference point for you as comparable sales. When you're in a condo building, some things are predictable. Prices go up as you go up in the building. The higher you go, the better the view is, the better the light is, the more the price is. Chances are good if you're in a larger square footage space, you're going to have larger assessments because assessments are often based on the amount of square footage you take up in the building. So understand that building. Make sure that when you're looking at competitive sales, you're really hyper-focusing on what's transacted specifically within your tier, if possible, in that local community. Tip number 5, look for a wow factor. I've been selling condos since 2018, and when markets are good, all condos sell. Good condos sell, bad condos sell, doesn't really matter. If the demand is there and the market's flying, they're going to move. But when the market slows down, if the market is less than favorable for condo owners, the condos that sell faster and that sell more often than others are the ones that have some sort of differentiation or some sort of wow factor. Here in Chicago, that wow factor might be a view of Lake Michigan. It might be a high floor with a balcony. It might be some sort of converted loft space. If there's something that makes your condo unique or that will make your purchase unique in the future, that's something to keep in mind because it does future-proof you for trying to sell in a down market. Tip number 6, decide what size building you're comfortable with. Condo is a term that gets thrown around all the time, but in reality, condo might apply to a 3-unit walk-up building somewhere in Lincoln Park, Chicago. It might also equally apply to a several hundred unit high rise in the heart of downtown. They're both condos on paper. Obviously, they bring much different living expectations. So, for you, decide what's important. If you're looking for a high amenity lifestyle, you want access to a pool or an herb garden or a dog run or a doorman 24 hours. That's probably in a high rise or a mid rise with higher HOA fees to pay for all those amenities. If you're comfortable not having those things on site and maybe comfortable taking on some of the building responsibilities like maintenance or snow removal in some cases, you might be more comfortable in a walk up. A 3-unit walk up somewhere in the city would have lower HOA fees but also deliver less in terms of what you're actually getting for those fees. And finally, that brings us to tip number 7, work with a local expert. I've been doing this for years, and I'm not saying that you have to work with me, but I am saying that I've seen enough transactions to know this is complex enough. You should have an expert on your side. These deals can go south quickly, and there are many elements that come with a condo review that are different building to building, condo to condo, association to association. If you're not working with somebody who knows how to navigate those fields and to navigate them quickly, you put your deal in jeopardy and you make it more likely that it's going to fail and less likely that you're going to have some enjoyment of that condo in the long run. So pick somebody that knows the market well and who you trust to navigate that process. And that's it. Those are my 7 tips for buying a condo here in Chicago. What do you think? Did I miss anything? Drop a comment below. And if you're looking for help navigating the buying process, click the link in the description to schedule time with my team. We'll review and answer any questions you have about the buying process. Can't wait to meet with you. Have an amazing day.